In this video, I am going to show you how to create this trimmer model from sketch to finish. I find this model is good for practice NX surfacing, so I created this tutorial. Let's start this video. Welcome everyone to my YouTube channel Become a Master of CAD Design. In this channel, I made tutorial in NX CAD like this one and video related to die casting die design. So if you are new, consider subscribe. Let's create our first sketch. Go to sketch, select Y and Z plane, define a horizontal for sketch orientation and press it OK. Close the profile. We use spline for creating our first curve, which is guide curve. In this case, we use through point and define some point. First point, second point, third point, fourth point, 5 point and 6 point, and press it OK. We use dimension to control this spline. All dimension is defined from the origin. For every point we define 2 dimension, one horizontal and one vertical. We know the dimension of every point because I already created this model one time. So I use same dimension which we use to create our same model one time. 58 and that is 19. In starting point of this spline, I am going to create a line which is tangent to this spline. You can see the tangent symbol, it will automatically apply. Okay, you can see here the tangent constant is applied. Now I'm going to define this line a specific angle, which is 37. Okay, we use this line for creating our plane on the curve in next section curve. Okay, define this point which is 1.80. Okay, this is 55.6. Okay, our sketch is fully constant. Finish this sketch. Now I am going to create a datum plane on this curve. Select a starting point of this curve and in that direction and press it OK. Now our datum plane is created. Now I am going to create a sketch on this datum plane. Select datum plane, select horizontal axis as a x-axis, and here our origin is that starting point and press it OK. Okay. Create a circle of 27 diameter. All three circles are equal, so select this and again select this and this. Both circles are horizontally aligned and tangent to each other, and the center circle is aligned with y-axis. This tangent with this circle, and make sure you select outer curve of circle and make it tangent. Define this dimension 41.5. Okay. Now I am going to create an arc. Make it tangent. And the maximum dimension of this section from here to here is 52. Okay. Now make equal arc. Select this arc and this arc and make equal according to this arc. Okay. After that apply tangency constant. This and this are tangent, this are tangent, and this circle are tangent. Now you can see our sketch is fully constant. Now our second sketch is completed. This is our section curve. Finish the sketch. Hide this plane. Now I am going to create some construction point for creating next guide curve. For creating construction point, we need to go to in curve and select point and select here intersection point. In first you can select curve, plane or surface, and in second selection you can only select the curve. So I am going to select this YZ plane and go to curve and here select single curve and select this curve, apply. Our first point is created. Now repeat this process. Select YZ plane and next select our curve, this curve, and press it OK. Okay, our point are created. So next I am going to create a line through this point. For creating line, go to file, insert, and here curve. Inside the curve you find curve and art. Here is so much line type you can make in 3D. This will help sometime. So I am going to use this line point to point. So you can directly create this line. Point, select 0.4 and 0.5. Okay. Now I am going to create our guide curve. For creating guide curve, I am going to select my ZY plane. Select this plane, horizontal reference, and this time our origin point is used as a work origin. Okay. Now I am going to create some construction line also from this point. If you feel difficult to pick right point, so you can use right click and select from list, and here you can find the point which is a point of 0.4. So this is our right point. Select this point and make a line. Make a line perpendicular to the this line which we made line 6, and the dimension you can keep 10. This is only for reference, but we need a fully constant sketch, so we need to define everything. Same, I'm going to create a line endpoint. Right point is endpoint, and make equal length, so this and this. Okay, convert it into reference point. Okay, this construction line we use for applying tangent constant in our spline, which I am going to create from here to here. So select a spline. Okay, point, start selecting point, and after creating rough spline, we will define dimension, and it will automatically take right shape according to dimension. can also remove or add point later anytime. So don't worry about how many point we need to take here. For example, I want to add some point here, so you can simply add this like this, and if you want to remove, go to this and right click and delete point. By this process you can add any point and delete any point. Okay, now press it OK for this time and hide display auto dimension. Now I am going to define every point from datum coordinate system. So define one by one. Okay, now I am going to add more point here, so double click and add a point here. Okay, I define every point of spline. You can easily see this all values, and now I am going to apply tangency here with this line. So here select tangency, point 1 getting to this. Okay, flip the direction. Now this is right, and here tangency with this point and change the direction. Okay, press it OK. Now you can see here sketch need two constant, so we define every point, but you can also define the magnitude of tangency. For example 150 for 0.1 and 0.2. Okay, now sketch is fully constant. Okay, so finish the sketch. Okay, now our second guide curve is also completed. Next we are going to create our third guide curve. For creating our third guide curve, go to sketch, select YZ plane for this, and assign horizontal reference and press it OK. And we create some line for construction line for reference. Select existing point, apply perpendicular constant with line 6, and one line we create in this direction. Okay, we delete this constant and apply a vertical constant. Okay, and both line we make equal, apply equal constant. This is only for reference, nothing more. We give the dimension is 10. Okay, convert it to reference. Okay, now next we are going to create a spline from this point to this point somewhere. Okay, we use through point and select starting point and second point, third point, fourth point, fifth point, sixth point, and 7 point somewhere, and press it OK. Now we define our spline by dimension. Okay, we define dimension one by one from the origin. First point, this is 27. Okay, $40. 20. 32. 15. 29.5. This is also 29.5. Six, that is 57.5. Okay, that is 29.5 again. Okay, you can see here sketch is fully constant, but we need some constant to apply tangency here. Tangent this and this. Okay, this will create a problem. We can also apply the tangency from here, point 1, and tangent direction is this. Can flip the direction for verification purpose, and again we use this point. Again we apply tangency, select this line for right direction, flip and check. Okay, now we need two constant. We also need to apply the magnitude of tangency. So is 189, so we use 190 for this. Okay, and for second point it is also 190. Okay, one constant needed to check where is here. Point 1 is not defined. Okay, now sketch is fully constant. And our sketch is finished. Finish the sketch. Okay, now our third guide curve is also completed. Next, we are going to create our fourth guide curve. So, before creating our fourth guide curve, we need to create some point. We create point by using intersection point. Use this curve and this curve for creating a point. Okay, our point 9 is created. For creating our fourth guide curve, go to sketch. This time select XY plane and define a horizontal reference and press it OK. Okay, we use this reference point and create a vertical line, okay, which should on this curve. Control C, point on curve, select point, select curve. This will not selected. Okay, now we project this curve only. Select single curve and apply. Now we can use point on curve constant on that. Okay, now convert this line as a reference. Okay, create another line perpendicular to this line and convert this line also as a reference and define this dimension 10. It's only for reference, can define any value. Create one line at end point and this direction and apply a constant equal length. Select this length and this. Okay, now convert into. Now we are going to create our curve from here to somewhere here and end with this point. So select spline, use through point and start creating our curve. First point, second point, third point, fourth point, somewhere fifth point, and that is end point. Press it OK. Okay, now we are going to define every point. Okay, start this point from this origin. Our sketch is fully constant, but we need to apply some tangency in starting point and ending point of spline. So double click on spline, select first point, apply tangency, specify direction, flip the direction. Okay, for verify the point and apply magnitude 140, select end point. Okay, similar, apply tangency, select the direction, flip the direction, add magnitude, press it. Okay, now our sketch is fully constant and our fourth guide curve is also completed. Now finish the sketch. You can also double click and you can also use this projected curve as a reference. Convert it to reference and finish the sketch. Now we create a combined projection curve by using our fourth guide curve and our first guide curve. So for creating combined projection, we use here inside the curve combine projection. Select first curve we select this our first guide curve, included this line, and flip the direction, this direction. We are going to project somewhere here, so that this direction should be correct side. Go to second curve, select this, and this the direction you can change by flipping here, but we need top direction Z plus side, so we will get the perfect result. No, we need to create bottom sides, so this will project somewhere here. You can see the preview of combined projection curve. This is right according to our requirement. Press it. OK. Now you can hide this fourth curve. Okay, you can also hide this first curve. We use this first curve and fourth curve to create this curve. This curve we use as a guide when we create our surface on this wireframe. For creating surface, we also need some cross curve, so we create some cross curve. For creating cross curve, we need to create a plane at a distance of here at a distance of approx 67. Okay, and next we create some point, intersection point, this curve, and okay, you can select plane here and then select curve one by one, or at one time, one curve at one time. Select first plane and then curve. Repeat the process, first plane and then curve. That's it. Okay, now we created a 3 point hide this plane. Now I am going to create a spline by using these 3 points. Go to spline, select first point, use filter method existing point so you can easily find the correct point. Already selected first point, select second point and then third point. Select first point and apply tangency here as the vector of this, and it is apply tangency, and same repeat with point 3. Apply tangency with this vector, flip the direction. Okay. Now press it OK. Okay. Our first cross curve is completed. We need one more cross curve. This time we create a plane at the distance of 10 mm. Press it OK. We repeat same process for creating a point. First we select plane and one curve at one time. Apply. First plane, one curve at one time. Apply. Select a plane, one curve at one time and apply. Okay. Now hide this plane. Now same process repeat. Use spline. Select the point, first point, second point and the third point. And in first point apply tangency, specify vector, tangent, and third point specify vector and flip the direction and apply the tangency. Press it OK. Now our both cross curve is completed. Next step is apply surfacing on this wireframe. The surfacing part we cover in second part. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe our channel for more update.